Ladies and gentlemen, the 44th President of the United States, the Honorable Barack H. Obama.
How embarrassing that he actually had to be the only living president, because we know that Jimmy Carter just passed away, that he's the only living president who had to appear by himself because Michelle decided that she didn't want to show up. Now, originally, I was saying that Michelle didn't show up because she was absolutely disgusted with politics, or it's a possibility that, she was just being sassy or just being a regular person from her culture, standing on business like people from the culture expect for her to do. And you've seen a lot of people that were actually supporting that narrative when it came to Michelle Obama. They were saying that Michelle Obama just didn't want to go. We reviewed the CNN pundits that was online talking about the same thing. And that was the narrative, right? That was the thing that was being communicated, is just that she wasn't going. A lot of people speculated she wasn't doing it because she was sick, and all of these different things that were being communicated across the internet is speculation, which it makes it difficult for him because speculation then leads to rumors, and then people start to dig. And when you don't put on a unified front, right? When you start to break from tradition, right or wrong, right? People start to speculate as to whether or not there's something else going on behind the scenes, or if everything is just cool and you just being a mad woman that you are. But let me play this video that somewhat perfectly summarizes what's been popping up everywhere, all over my timeline, inside of my emails, all of that. This is what's being communicated, and I think it might surprise you a little bit.
Breaking right now, an extraordinary mystery developing over the state of President Obama and Michelle's marriage. Now, there has been a huge amount of speculation as to what exactly is going on after Michelle first missed the funeral of the former US President Jimmy Carter. Some folks said that was because she didn't want to have to sit next to Donald Trump at the event. But then the announcement that she was also going to be skipping Trump's second inauguration, something she didn't do, remember, back in 2017. Now insiders are predicting an Obama divorce announcement. And I want to bring you this exclusive reporting from Jessica Reed Krause, who is the author, very well connected. Should point out she is a Trump and RFK junior ally, but a very well-connected cultural journalist who publishes the House in Habit Substack. And she has reported overnight, the question now isn't if, but when. If I had to guess, they will wait until after the inauguration to announce it. Timing, you know, is everything. And yet the story doesn't end there. For months, I've heard Jennifer Aniston's name tied to Barack. At first, it seemed ridiculous, but the rumors have remained steady among New York and LA circles. Yesterday's DMs, that's someone who is one of her sources who has communicated with her directly. This is something Jennifer publishes often. He's with Jennifer Aniston. My old manager, now a friend, is connected to her inner circle. At a gathering with Jennifer's friend, the affair came up casually. Jennifer herself admitted it. They were sitting with a psychic, which makes it sound surreal, but it's definitely not a secret among her closest friends. Now, Jessica goes on, if this is true, it changes everything. The Obamas have been a symbol of stability and grace for years. A revelation like this would completely shatter that image. And for someone like Michelle, who spent her life embodying tradition and loyalty, it must feel like an unbearable betrayal. For now, it's all whispers, but the whispers are getting louder.
I am starting to see a lot of people, and when I say a lot, I'm talking about a lot of people speaking on, speculating, and reporting, because they are saying, for example, that he pulled up to a restaurant by himself in the back of a restaurant. And of course, you can't hide if you're Barack Obama for an extended period of time. And then the paparazzi started following him and saying that he met up with some mysterious girl in the back of a restaurant. Now, I'm not one for rumors. You've never really seen me report on rumors here on the Anton Daniels channel. That's just not what we do. We wait until we can substantiate that it's a real story, that we get the evidence, and then we speak on it from a factual perspective. But I think this one is worthy of having a conversation about, because if this be true, if this is a real thing, if she didn't show up to a funeral, and again, it's a difference between showing up to the inauguration versus a funeral, which I don't think that it should be that big of a difference considering President of the United States of America. If your husband is showing up, and I've been saying this, and I was saying this is the reason why I'm having this conversation right now, because I was talking about, and I said that it was embarrassing. I said it on a Millionaire Morning Show. I said it on this channel last week. I said that it was embarrassing for her to not be an extension or a representation of what he is. For him to have to pull up by himself and deal with a lot of this stuff by himself, and her completely breaking with tradition, it embarrasses him, and it embarrasses the legacy that is tied to him. Now we have to start asking a question, right? We have to ask the question and say, well, what does this do to his legacy? Both if they are or aren't on the rocks, because now there's a bunch of insiders that said they work for this particular organization or whatever, or they was working in the White House when they was there or whatever, blah, 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 and that they hated each other, that they, didn't interact with each other, that they wasn't really what they was presenting out to the media, to the general public. And of course, social media it's not what it is today. But what does this say, if this is true, about several different things? Let's explore from both sides, right? Let's say that it is true. I don't remember any president in history getting divorced. I know that there's not a president in my lifetime that has gotten divorced. I know that for a fact. But if y'all can think of a president that has ever gotten divorced, y'all let me know. Please. I mean, like I said, Bill Clinton was getting head and he's still holding it down. He had big head Hillary that was right there. Like, this nation is supposed to be a symbol of traditional values governed by our Constitution. And if we don't have that as a symbol, I mean, that's part of the reason why most of the people get elected, is because they show that they are. You have to practically have a spouse to get elected. But what does this show about the culture, and what does it show about them? That we, they like to group us all up in the same place. I don't think that we all the same, but let's have that conversation, that we can't get it together. More importantly, even if it's not, it sends a bad message about her not being there and being available. And this is one of the reasons why people are having this conversation and speculating in the first place. It's unnecessary drama. It's unnecessary trauma. It's a bad representation of Obama. And I'm wondering, what does this turn into if at any point, come on, man, this is impossible. Look, if this was to be true, if this is a real thing that then gets revealed to show itself to be true, this will be the biggest story in 2025, all the way going forward. I mean, this year, going into last year and this year, has been nothing short of crazy, absolute crazy. I mean, as soon as we get the adults back in office, now you got rumors of Obama getting divorced, or Obama and Jennifer Aniston is talking. Forget the Jennifer Aniston part. We don't even care. And she would be with a snow bunny. You just break black women's hearts. You would absolutely break the ladies' hearts out here in these streets, but it would make perfect sense. She out here on her own. She's doing her own thing. She's doing a book tour. She says she never really wanted to be, the first lady in the first place. Strong masculine. That's the thing that we used to see in our community. Oh man, the vlogs, the people, everybody is gonna have a field day. But I'ma just say, as one of the, I guess, larger YouTubers now, you heard it here first. You heard, when you go out and see it, you heard it here first. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, T-Chanley, 40% off your first order, plus 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.